Hi there, good afternoon, everybody. I want to welcome you all here to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. So, we're doing an episode of This Week. This is a show in which I talk about the stuff that is going on for the channel this week. And I'm going to get right into it right away. So, this is the first episode. This episode number 175, which will go from December 14th through to the 20th, so next Saturday. This will come out roughly, probably sometime between 12 and 1, hopefully about halfway. The next episode up is Look Back at a Classic Rock Album. I won't be doing, before you get ahead, I won't be doing any of the live Into the Progverse stream this week. I've got some other things going on, so I decided to cancel it for this week, and we will be back normally next week. Okay, so going on from there, we have Look Back at a Classic Rock Album, which is a show I do on Monday nights, which this week is going to feature this album, which I've been wanting to do for a while. This is Pink Floyd's Momentary Lapse of Reasoning. I know this album takes a little bit of heat because there's no Roger Waters. This is the kind of the first album without Roger in it. Some people like to knock on the lyrics, but the lyrics are not terrible. Are they Roger Waters lyrics? Probably not, but they don't need to be. They only have to be good, and they're good. The music, though, is fantastic. I love this. The music on this album is, to me, very Floyd-ish in a lot of ways. So, yeah, we'll be doing this album this week. Pink Floyd's A Momentary Lapse of Reason from 1970... No, it's from 1970. 1987, sorry. I got my numbers back there. So that will come out Monday night at 8 o'clock. Next up is a new series that Ben and I have put together. We've done this one before, so it's just going to be a part 2. This is a mini series called Questions. And this will be part 2, of course. And what we'll be doing basically is exactly the same thing we did in questions 1. Ben will give me a list and then I'm to answer it. So this week's question is 10 songs that should have been the opener on the album. And I will be giving you 10 albums with 10 opening tracks there. So we'll see you for that on Tuesday at 8 o'clock. On Wednesday, we do favorites. This is a show I've been doing for 4 years now, at least 4.5 maybe. It's one of the oldest shows on here, and one of the most popular, actually, too. So this week, we're going to be doing my top 25 favorite albums from my playlist. So the stuff that's been in my playlist, I'm going to give you the top 25 albums that have been in my playlist this year as I see them, because I can't see them the way you do, and you can't see them the way I do. So we'll be doing that. I'm actually kind of curious how this is going to work too. I'm going to go over and review everything and the list and all the albums that have come and gone on there, and I'm going to put them in the order that I think they best represent how I felt about them this year. So that's what we're doing for favorites this week. Wednesday at 8. Next up is the ranking of the songs off an album. I actually thought I had done this, but I went through the list a couple times and it wasn't on there, so it needs to be done. We're going to be ranking the songs off Boston's debut album. This will be tough because almost every song on here is a masterpiece, in my opinion. A lot of great stuff here. The album cover, of course, is fantastic as well, as is the back. So this will be the ranking of the songs this week. Will be Boston's debut album. That will be on Thursday at 8. Next up is Who Did It Better? So this is a show in which Ben gives me a song and a couple of artists, and then the song is covered by one artist or by both artists. And in this case, the two artists we'll be doing this week will be John Lennon and John Wetton. So I look forward to seeing you on Who Did It Better, Friday at 8 o'clock. Next up is a show that we'll be doing once a month now. I've tried to figure out what's the best way to go about doing my live albums instead of just throwing them in here randomly. Because what generally happens is if I do that, you might get one, but there might be weeks or weeks and weeks before you get one. So I decided that I would make it a kind of a regular show. So I have a week in there on a Saturday when I have nothing going on the third week, and that'll be this week. So it's going to be called Saturday in the Park. This is a live experience episode, and we're going to be doing the live stuff off of Yes's Ascension 2, which I like a lot, to be honest with you. It's the first disc here. We're not going to be doing the second disc, just the first disc. The second disc has all studio stuff. I may do a video on look back for that, but for this week we're going to be doing disc 1, recorded live in San Luis Obispo, and so we've got like basically about 6 tracks, most of the longer stuff as well. So we'll be doing that from Keys to Ascension 2. That will be the Saturday in the Park. Hopefully to see you all there Saturday at 12 o'clock. Next up is the final episode of the week, which is What's New. This week I'm going to tackle the Spock's Beard, the Archipop. I had this earlier. Archaeoptimist. Sorry, I got it. Took me a few tries, but we got it. So we'll be doing their newest album, which I think you got to do no matter how you feel about it, because it's Spock's Beard. So we'll be doing that Saturday at 8 p.m. for What's New. So that's it for the regular shows for the week. We also have our series that we're running for the month of December, my 31 favorite psychedelic bands. We got some really good ones this week. I'm looking forward to sharing these with you. And most of these episodes are 2 to 4 minutes, somewhere in there. And they will come out in the morning at 8 a.m. So hopefully to see you then. Other things, I'm still currently working on this mini-series, which I seem to be working on forever, but I'm going to make an attempt to do a little more on it this week. But with the questions and the favorites episodes being somewhat involved and detailed, it's going to take a little bit longer to get to them than I had hoped. Anyways, I hope to see you all throughout the week. Please have yourself a good evening, a good afternoon, and goodbye here from the Prog Monster.